Alright, so um, opponents on that Bloomless Titan uh, deck, and of course I'm on Mono Blue Tron, my latest deck that I've been enjoying, uh, taking a kind of a break from Lantern. I still play it, but I keep this hand because I can do the Chalice, and if I do draw natural Tron, then I can use the Sad Robot or whatever to get my blue source, or I can just draw a blue source and be fine. Opponent mulligans because they only had two lands, basic and that other colorless land, and not a whole lot going on. So they keep this one though. Yep. So as soon as I see this, I know what my opponent's on. My turn two, I'll go ahead and I play a second Tron land and play my Chalice on one, which I know stops a lot of what the opponent's playing. Like it'll stop Ancient Stirrings, it'll stop the Amulet, any more secure Tribe Scouts. It's pretty good there. So they do a pretty explosive thing going on there. I draw, play nothing. So yeah, opponent's got a super slow clock and not a whole lot going on. During my draw phase, they ghost quarter me, hoping to hit my basic. I'm thinking they think that I'm on Eldrazi Tron, and that I'd kept the hand because I have like a handful of Thought Knots and Reality Smashers. But I am not on Eldrazi Tron. It's actually good for me because now I can do all these blue spells. Yeah. So in the turn, their turn, I anticipate, go grab a third land, an island, and I put a Repeal and a Thirst on bottom. I don't need those. And I end up drawing an Urza's Mine, which is great. So now I've got some good counter magic up while my opponent draws things that get countered by Chalice. So I think I make a mistake here. In turn, I Thirst. Yep. And what I should do is discard this map because I have Chalice out, and I forget that I have Chalice out. Instead, I discard the robot, which would be great, actually. And then I draw a natural Tron. And at this point, I have to discard that at the end of my turn. And I'm like, ah, crap! I should have gotten rid of the map, because then I could play robot here and still had counter magic up. So yeah. In the turn, I'll go ahead and repeal that guy. Can't recast it. And I'm looking to draw into more stuff. Got another map. It's fine. Now, at this point, I can counter pretty much anything my opponent plays. So they decide to bounce and replay Garden. They say oops, and I said that they can take it back, whatever they were hoping to do. And they're like, no, I guess they were okay with it. I guess they figured it was still playable. So in the turn, I'm flashing Gear Hulk to get my Thirst, and the opponent uses that opportunity to resolve a pact, which I'm okay with. So draw my 3 cards. Yeah, and I was trying to figure out what to get rid of here. Did I get rid of? I forget. I know they have a pact. Oh yeah, the map, duh. I just skipped past it by accident. So just swing in, hold up counter magic, and here I'm thinking about what to do, and I decide on playing the Oblivion Stone and start putting counters on my stuff so I can just clear the board with stone and just win while having counter magic up. So they pay for their pact. Yeah. And they go to bounce their Teleria West. so they can transmute and they go get a Pact of Negation. But I have so many counters at this point. It shouldn't matter. And they draw a Rex Sage, which is pretty good. So I know I have to play around Pact here. So what I decided to do is remand this so I'm trying to use my least expensive counters first. So they go to do it again. This is actually tapped. It's a copy of Semi-Growth Chamber. So now they don't have 3 mana open, and I can afford to Supreme Will it. If they counter that, I can counter their Pact. And instead, they just let it happen. So in the turn, I'll put counters on. Swing in. So here they go. They go for trying to play the Titan. And I've got Remand, again, using my cheapest counters first. This is where they try to use a Pact. Yeah, I can still counter that just fine. And I just condescend it. Which is great, because now I can scry 2 and then draw a card. I don't need Mine or Expedition. So I put them on the bottom, and then I draw a card, and it's a repeal. Which is pretty good. Now I could have remanded this in order to, like I said, they don't have a blocker, but I'm not worried about it. Again, countering their dude. So they're going to gain some life, and they go to play another Titan. And I'll just condescend it. And it's a power plant. And I forget what's the next card. I think it's another counter. I don't remember. Oh, it's another Chalice. That way I can put it on 0 and take care of all the packs. Where's it at? Oh, there we go. Okay. So things are pretty cake at this point. I still have plenty of counter mana up. Or encounters available. So they try to go with their Walking Ballista. And I counter it and they concede. So, game 2. I was cooking brownies at the time. So I have a chicken about to boil here shortly. Opponent brought in Spell Pierce, apparently. Alright. Yeah, I keep this. It should be just fine. Yeah, and I have Natural Tron. Fantastic. Oh yeah, I play the blue mana so that I can anticipate at the end of my opponent's turn. I figured they can't do anything backbreaking this turn, but I need to set up for the next turn if they do try to do something backbreaking, and I don't need Tron online right now. So I anticipate. Look at my top 3. Yeah. Repeal, Ballista, and Island, and I want to get rid of that Amulet, basically. So now I have a Condescend, so now I can counter stuff. And just repeal when I need to. They still don't have a whole lot going on. They don't have anything to destroy with Rex Sage, and they don't really have anything to counter with the Spell Pierce. So they could have countered that. They decided not to. So draw. What did I discard? Oh, map, because I don't need it because I have natural Tron. And there's a chalice. Now I can put chalice on. If they spell pierce, that's fine. I can pay the 2. Yeah, they go for the pact. And so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can pay 6 for the Titan, and then they're thinking to pay 1 for spell pierce, but they forget about chalice. Honestly, I almost do 2 until the last second. Yeah. And I point the chalice to the pierce, and they're like, "Oh, good catch," and that's it. They concede because I mean at this point, I mean the game is wrecked in my advantage, and that's it. Oh yeah, there it is.